Okie dokie. So we're doing Kamala Harris today. Remember, disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please use your own fact finding and discernment. And actually, just before I start, I wanted to ask something. In my feed the last 2 days, it's the 3rd of August, I was going to say October. So the 3rd of October might be important for her. When is her birthday, by the way? I guess she might have Libra placements. Someone said she's Libra. Anyway, it's late evening. So what are we doing in this? I'm doing a question that's going to be, how is she as president? It's the one that I want to do for the next Trump read. Please remind me on the next energy Trump read. Let me write a note. So what I did is I went on her Instagram and I looked at a couple of her like short, reels. And then also what made me do that was, you know, Ellen DeGeneres. Well, she posted, I think it was just yesterday I saw it. So I don't know if it's posted yesterday. She posted congratulations. And let me know if you need help finding a VP. And she put a clip about her when she'd probably interviewed her. I think it was way back. So I noticed like exactly what a subscriber had said in the comment about her not really giving direct answers. And I think that is a concern. The concern is because if you're not switched on or if you're not intelligently smart, you get lost in the waffle. No one listens to the waffle until you get to the answer. And I find that might be concerning against all these, I want to say devils, disclaimer, of the larger countries where everyone pretends to be best mates when actually it's just friends for their own selfish reasons, and obviously the country. So I worry on the protection of the US, and I think she might need, it's really weird because what I know or what I've been told, or I don't know how I heard it, I think it was from the Ellen DeGeneres, she was a lawyer before, and from what I understand, she was a prosecutor, which is really weird because her way is more like a defense attorney, not a prosecutor. So that really baffles me on, I mean, she must have the intelligence, but her way is more of a defense attorney as opposed to a prosecutor. So that kind of baffles me. Now, I also want to check in on Obama. I don't know why I felt like a void there. I think I mentioned it prior. The good thing with her though is that she is going to want to seek harmony for things for people in the US. I do want to do a separate reading and check in on the visit that I think they both did to Yahoo. The beginning of the name is gone. And so, yeah, I've just said every single name that I probably shouldn't have. I don't know how to give you a code of nicknames, okay? I was thinking to say Camel for Kamala, Joe Blogs for you know who, Donald Duck for you know who, but without the first parts. So, but then let's see, I kind of like, well, yeah, she'll have a harmonized approach to stuff, but that is not for her not to be seen as weak, by the way. All right, no. But again, I think her circling around stuff may be seen from the larger giants as a lack of intelligence, but yet they'll be like, well, she's well educated, but they might think they could wrap her around the finger. And these politicians, they're supposed to be highly educated, but I think they've just got this special DNA in them, because I don't think a lot of people could handle, I could not handle politics. You've got to be a right good liar, haven't you? Let's just face it. And play with the devils that you don't like. Yeah, she's my bestie. And I don't think Kamala, I think like if you put her and you put the other one that's up running for the presidency, if they were to both meet someone they don't like or a VP, I think she's going to be able, you're going to be able to read it more on her. She's going to be a bit more stiffer in her movements. That means she's a genuine person. She's a bit more honest and forthright. But again, could that be a worry in this role? Okay, so you've got some good, some bad. I do think that she is winning over. I haven't seen any rally speeches, so I don't know. I mentioned in the global psychic predictions that between the 13th and the 22nd, and I can narrow that down to like the 21st if you want, but especially around the 17th till the 21st, and then 13th and 14th. If there's something around those dates, of big rallies or Congress or something, it's probably not a good time. So you let me know in the comments if either party do have that. Now let's just check the time, because I've got limited space. It's the concise communication. Okay, that's a concern. I think she feels good that she's up for this role. I think she is very kind of up for winning. But again, I question, obviously, you know my thoughts on the election day, whether it will go ahead, will there be something. I do think that regardless of who wins, there's going to be this upburst that something happened to play with the votes as well, okay, when it does happen. I did ask, and now I remember someone in the comments said it wasn't until August, 17, 8, 19, or what? Was it around those dates that she will be confirmed? I'll have to go back to my comments and check that. I don't know. If it is, they're not great dates. They're a bit volatile. Now, I haven't looked at her chart to check that. I do think she's quite an honest person, so, you know, that is a kind of a good thing. Will she choose a man or a woman to support her? For like her second in line. I do appreciate, or I do like how she's very loyal to blogs. She just always speaks of him. You can tell she's loyal. She's not overstepped her boundaries. She's probably had the eyes on the role like many of them do, but I don't think that relationship is there between Duck and Vance. And I really think that I don't know, like, if he was pushed onto Duck to have him, and I won't be surprised if someone who is really rallying in voice for Duck is also behind pushing him to have him, but I'm not sure if the loyalty the same way as the other party is there. She must be able to twist her words so that you don't get the focus, which is a kind of a good thing when you're kind of dealing with some things, but with people, they just need, you know, kind of straightforward messaging. She might be quite fixated on something or stuff. So once she has something in her mind, I'm just reading from my note, once she has something in her mind, she might be quite focused and fixated on that thing in particularly, really driven towards it. But what can I mean with that? It could mean that you could disregard some things around you. If you remember in Duck's reading, I was saying that he can be quite like, I know this will happen or this is the right way, but I'm going to do this anyway. And I think she's fixated in a different kind of way. So I wonder if she's got fixed energy in her chart. So let's, you know what we'll do first is let's just check on her current energy of how she's feeling. What do you think about that? And I'm trying to think what deck I want to use. I think I want to use the traditional one, which is interesting. I want to use that. I want to use this one. Okay. And we can use this one next. Okay. It's one card here this way. Let's see, 7 of Cups. I was going to say, and I mentioned it in the August, there's going to be confusion, okay? And it's really confirming my reading. There is a confusion that's going to be happening, okay? I think she's also a bit confused if she will be getting the role, okay? She feels a bit blindfolded against something. I don't think she believes she's seeing or being told everything very clearly. But there is a confusion for many of us in August. And I mentioned if it happens with us, there's other humans. So on the wider scale, there is confusion on some things of like, why on earth is that happening? Why is this doing? A bit like the UK riots at the moment. Each one is rioting. They think they're all rioting together for the same thing. They can't see that there's agendas out for different stuff and what they're thinking. One person who's planted to speak and that they don't even know they're planted, invited to speak. They're just stupid. Apparently they were ex-Met police officers. They are speaking about a case, but then suddenly they're on something else and everyone ties in hate towards something else that nothing to do with the case. So what was I getting to? Confusion. And not everyone. I posted this recently and I shared it in Patreon. And I'm supposed to be doing a message on this and I get sidetracked. You know, there's a disparity of consciousness, and this is what this channel is about, is be open to what you hear on the channel and you will elevate your consciousness. But sometimes it can just fall on deaf ears, and there's some topics and cases that I read on, mainly the ones that really, really blow up, okay, which are, I don't follow many of those and I don't regurgitate to continue, although that's what YouTube advises, is to go on the bandwagon of what's being, obviously, because, you know, people click on it, but the energy makes me feel sick and I don't at the moment, but I've got a tickly throat where I can't speak, which is very interesting. So what are we doing? What am I checking on with her? Okay, so how is she feeling at the moment? How is Camel feeling at the moment? Ooh, has something happened? She feels a bit betrayed. She feels stabbed in the back. I don't think that this is that we're going to get news this evening that she's no longer with us, but something's happened here. Something has happened. We'll get a bit more of a clarifier. She's got young energy around her, and this could be her stepping in the role, you know, sort of prioritizing love for people and harmony. And then also in terms of what are the priorities, what is going to be successful for her to make this work, okay? Again, 2 of Swords. So we've got 2 twos, challenging times, challenging decisions, challenging priorities on what to select. Coming across humble and connected to the people is her energy. How is her energy at the moment? Does she have kids, by the way? How is her energy at the moment? Ooh, she feels quite tired. She feels a bit helpless in something. So I wonder if she feels that she can't make all the decisions she'd like to make. And this is interesting because I said I wanted to read on the O person. And I wonder if behind, like, she feels a bit trapped. She's not as free as we think, or as I would have suspected. This is very interesting, but at the same time, she might be held, but some of it is also she's not seeing clearly where she's not held and she can maneuver a little bit, but she is being held here in some sort of way. There's boundaries placed. Obviously, you can make sense more than I just get what I'm channeling and what the cards will come through. Yeah, look at this, stuck. Stuck, but here it's telling me exactly the same. And this is not clarification for the Ten of Swords, by the way. It's just the next card, okay? It's stuck, but like she just needs to pause because she's going to be able to move out of this. Even if people are trying to control the strings, she's going to be able to move out of this. She just needs to get that, like, what she's missing is kind of like an epiphany. Okay. Can you remember I said that? Yeah, these are not good cards. Look, the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. This is not very good energy, right? Who is a younger than her? This could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Who is younger than her that could be influencing? Okay. These cards are not very good. It's either telling me someone around her is not doing so well, so it could be blogs, and he is extremely not very well at this moment in time. Now, one of the things I did want to say, I would not be surprised 0.001% if she steps in from now until January. Okay. And that's where, you know, when you listen to your psychics and tarot readers, if they say she's going to win, it might be that they're not seeing clearly it's the interim because of something happening, right? And there is a bit of an ego thing going on here in the background. So before I go forward, let's just check. And again, I don't know if she's got kids. This could be a question, all right? Yeah, I think she's been placed in a very, very difficult position. And she feels betrayed on something. Something's been hidden. Is hidden, and she is frightened to take a decision on something, and this is her juggling, and this is her feeling kind of, I don't want to say handcuffed, but yeah, stuck. This is the moment in time. So remember I said around the 4th of August Trump was going to be feeling a lot better. So 4th, 5th, you know, those couple of days around that, he's going to be feeling a bit more motivated. Now she, this is from the 2nd of August. The 4th, she might be feeling like she needs a bit of rest. Yeah, I think she needs a bit of rest from work, okay, from everyone around her, and maybe a little bit of like the rallying or whatever she might be in campaigning. She's needing a bit of rest here, time out, time away from people from it all. So she could be, all right. And it's the weekend, so she could well be, I presume, the weekend. Is the Met rallying or anything going on? I think there's a rest going on there. Yeah, she's on the defense. There's a caution that she's got to be careful about being too defensive at this moment in time. There is definitely something impacting her energy, not only her internal compass, but externally it's impacting this. She is feeling a bit vulnerable, and it's you know, I was saying Trump was going to feel a lot stronger, and it's interesting that she's feeling a bit vulnerable at this moment in time. Maybe that's him feeling stronger. So I definitely think my confirmation on the dates for, I forgot what we were calling the characters, Duck. Yeah, all right. No disrespect to anyone, but it's the characters for YouTube. Something what would be good for her is to look at past heartbreak, past things that have caused her grief at this moment in time, and to spend time with family. That's her kind of advice and blessing for this moment. And I think there's going to be communication around some of this coming up, and also communication from her as she gets more mentally focused on something that's going on here. So that's interesting, isn't it? Some of you are going to be happy, the opposite side supporters, and some of you might be worried. You're going to be okay. And if you're in the middle and you're not sure who you're voting for, but then you do decide and you wish to let me know, I'm always interested. You might even know what all this is actually about. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. You know, on my YouTube feed, I'm getting, and I'm saying it in this because I think members, Patreon members, I'm not sure if you will see it higher tier, but subscribers, I definitely think there's something going on with Sebastian Rogers' case, and I think a YouTuber or a podcaster, you don't have to say their name, but let's say I've never watched them, I don't know what's happening, but I've seen the names got horn in it. Can you just tell me if, like, what is happening? Is it kind of like stalker complaints, or is the person okay? Like, I don't know. I get worried about people that step on the bandwagon of like attacking each other's channels. Like I've seen a channel being attacked. I've never watched that channel, and then everyone jumps on the bandwagon, but it might be right, or the person might be onto something, but please don't put the name, and you don't have to tell me exactly everything, so that we can just be sensitive. Okay, so let's go to, how does Obama feel about this? What are we going to call him? Can you give me a name with O? Offset. Okay. How's Obama feeling? How is he feeling? Ace of Cups. Ooh! Can you remember we got Ace of Cups for Duck in this position as well? Yeah. Can you remember I was saying also, I felt like there was, I don't know if I said a delay endorsement, but he didn't really express his love her taking this position straight away. I presume now he has, but that makes me question something. Ace of Cups. Ooh, look, I was getting, this is the card she had, and I was thinking, I mentioned, is he pulling some strings behind the scene for her to move forward and secrets not being said? I think he has a bit of a strong influence, and he's also feeling pulling this because he's on the outside. Like, do you know when you've got, you can have power on the inside, but you wish you was actually up maybe for this role or whatever. And so I don't say he wants this role, but you still have some envy or something. And so you pull the strings behind on keeping someone from the success. There's something hidden here. And some things tell me some of this is around finances. How does that make sense? Let me know. We've got the Three of Cups here. He then eventually celebrated, said he was celebrating. The Magician, a bit of manipulation, the Moon, hidden energies. He does have some weight in this. He has some say in this. Let me check it's still recording and how much we've got time. Okay, that's interesting. So I think we've said what we need to. I don't know why I'm getting Hillary Clinton, and I've got someone. I just felt as I was saying that, someone's like, oh no. What happened to her? She was president, wasn't she, for what, one tenant show? What happened? Did it go wrong? What? I'm just getting like, people are saying, oh no, why did you mention her? I've got no idea what. Okay, right. What else are we checking on? Can someone ask me? Okay, yeah, so the energy, no one's here to ask me because it's not live, but the energy of, show me him energy if she was to become president, right? For the American people, basically. So the first card out, ooh, Judging in reverse, three of Pentacles, and I think this is exactly what I said. The perception she will have about certain things may not be the right way she needs to go about it, and the perception that others might have of her, because the way she presents of herself is not going to be correct. Whether she's undermined, estimated, and then she can prove people wrong, but underestimated, especially by the larger devils in the game. There's something of a wrong perception here when she's in presidency. However, sure, her energy will be very much emotionally grounded. She's going to be focusing on financial stability, stuff around making homes more harmonious. What could that be? That could be benefits. Could it be something to do with children, right? Children. She's going to be grounded in her emotions. She's going to have that emotion touch. And there's going to be that wanting to have that harmony energy that I mentioned. She's going to work together on things. This is too many. I'm just going to take this one. Empress in reverse, which means her kind of... this could mean that she goes through... I don't know if she's got kids. Again, go back to, has she got children? It could impact her home life. It could impact her as a mother being in this role. So this might go, what she gets this, it might go well, but her perception as well and her balance at home might come into a bit of a not going so well energy. All right. Three of Cups, there is celebratory energy here. Okay, she will pull up the toast when there is a celebration to everyone that's been involved, everyone around her. It's not going to be just about me kind of energy. She's going to work around, again, the balanced approach, the harmonious partnerships and collaborations, which I mentioned. She might not bring a lot of new creativity in, so you'll have to see about the policies there. There will be some conflicts, okay? It's not surprising to see this. We see conflicts always when whoever's in presidency. So she will be facing some battles if she does become president. Now, does this card surprise me to come up? No, because we know that they will face battles, and a country always faces kind of battles. But this could also mean internal battles within the US, okay, from state to state, maybe protests, riots, something around that. Again, there's the confusion card. Not surprised to see this at all, because I do think there is energy of confusion, of focusing on the right things, and this is not only in her energy, it'll be an on-off energy, I think, even for Duck. Okay, split the deck. Last card. Are you ready? Challenging decisions if she comes into presidency, and she must take them, and it doesn't surprise me that she gets this card again. There's going to be a lot of crossroads, and when this and this, when I see them together with these cards here, there's various things that she is going to have difficulty to make decisions on, because the focus there is very difficult to see the answer clearly. So what would the advice be? I'm told to shuffle, not pick a card. To walk away. I feel like some people are like, yeah, let her give it up. Just to walk away until you can refresh and gather yourself again and come back with a fresh pair of eyes, as if you've never experienced whatever's here. Come back renewed and refreshed, and approach it with love. Okay. And from, I don't want to say youthful perspective, but not from like somebody who's 20 years of experience, like from a fresh pair of eyes, basically. Okay. So that's what we have there. On the next energy check-in for Duck, or any of the others, we'll do how the cards for Duck read if he becomes the president. So let me know if you enjoyed this. We can also look at JD Vance to see what I was getting, if it's correct. And maybe we do a camel versus the duck, and see who comes out. I think there's something else I want to do on the camel as well. So let's see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Told to look at the bottom of the deck. Page of Pentacles. You know, there's something about telecommunications with her. A lot around resources, a bit of agriculture, maybe trade of food and agriculture from and to the US. I think she's going to try and focus on that. There is definitely something around, it doesn't show it here, but I'm going to download around telecommunications. If she were to come in presidency, but it seems to be something. No, Spirit is saying mainly if she does, it's going to be something that comes up mainly during her president. Because I was going to say, I think it might be something coming up within the next tenure of whoever's president. The Spirit is saying possibly, but it's mainly her. So I don't know if that would have been like new networks of telecommunications, what it could be. I'm not pulling a card. That's not a card. I was just pulling like that, but not a intended card. So everyone take care, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. You know what to do if you enjoyed the read. Bye for now.